before I was ready.
Sorry. Hey, everybody.
There. Got my curls all fixed.
You king curls.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to wait for a few people to hop on. Then we're going to talk about this latest episode of Sister Wives. Hi, everybody. We've got quite a few of you clicking on already. How are you?
Hi, Kathy. I don't tiptoe.
Hi from Sweden. Oh my gosh. I love it. And Canada. Oh my gosh. It really blows how many people we have from all over the world watching us. Oops. It's crazy to us. We appreciate all the support. Trying to pull up the episode right here. I don't know if we will rewatch the entire thing because, man, last night I think was a one and done.
We handle so much tears. Big tears.
So,
real tears. They look like weird.
Somebody says, "Hi, Cory. I've stolen king curls, but I've given you the credit."
Oh, thanks.
That's so awesome. Let's see. Hi from Pennsylvania. Hi. I'm so glad I caught my first live. Yeah, thanks, Nikki. Thanks for being here. We've got Kathy on here. Caroline.
Germany.
Nice.
Hello from Germany.
Ready for this, Sonia says. So this weekend is going to be a busy week for us. We have a lot of family staying with us. And so we are trying, but we still wanted to get some lives in before. This is like so great.
I know, we probably should.
I know. And so we have our studio that we're setting up, but because we have so many family members coming in, that is now a guest bedroom this weekend. So we're not able to do, we were hoping to do our very first live and recordings in our new studio area, but with both of our mothers are staying with us this weekend. And so we're not able to, we're using those 2 extra rooms as spare bedrooms. Okay, somebody says, I love last night when you nailed Cody on the fake crying. I bet Cory was going off. Oh my gosh, that was just an exhausting episode. And I wanted to talk about it a little bit today because I know there's a couple content creators who are talking about my post I made. And one of them even played part of my post on her podcast that she filmed today. And it's funny because my mom just got here and I was talking to her about it and I was telling her about it. And I was like, yeah, she actually thinks those tears were real. And my mom's first reaction is, bullshit, those were real. My mom has been a polygamous wife for 50 years. And Cory's mom has been a polygamous wife for 55 years. And they are very familiar with what's real and what's not real. And those tears were not real. They were real because I think he believes that in the moment. Because in religion and extreme religious communities, this is what one of the things I want to talk about and clean up a little bit, is that your basic foundational principles are taught on shame and guilt. And so if you don't feel shame and guilt, are you not a good person? Are you a psychopath because you don't feel shame and guilt? And so you convince yourself of these emotions and these feelings that you should be feeling. And so then so in this instance with Cody crying at Mary, he believed he should be feeling that way. And he probably truly thought those were real. But what distinguishes them between real and psychopathic type feelings are behavior. Is he changing that behavior? Is he being somebody, making penance or trying to heal what he's broken? If not, he just knows how much shame and guilt to feel to prove he's a good person to himself. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's real or not.
And I'm not a polygamist man. I did infiltrate the community for 20 years or 18 years from birth, but those are righteous tears he was shedding. So from a man's point of view, that was some righteous tears that he had to shed. But I have a different idea on it. He got Mary got a release from the community, the AUB, for abandonment, and that probably sits in his craw a little bit. That hurt.
It's a big deal.
Big deal that you abandoned a wife. And so I thought that this was a lot of look, community, look, prophet of the AUB. I didn't abandon her. I'm willing to move her up there, and look at this tear right here. See that? I don't abandon my wife. So maybe if I could get some later on down the line. I don't know. That's just me being facetious. So.
But literally, my mom came in and I was telling her, yeah, this content creator played some of my video on her podcast this morning. And she thinks those tears are real. And I'm sure Cody thought those tears were real in the moment. That was my mom's instant reaction. Bullshit, those tears were real. They are not real.
Well, they're taking some good feedback from everybody that's giving them crap about not having real tears. There were 2 sets of real tears in this episode. So they're actually improving their acting skills to actually get a tears to come down those cheeks. That's impressive.
It's exhausting.
Kudos on the acting this episode.
This episode. Somebody's saying that our sound is a little bit off. Can you?
Oh.
Yeah. Can you hear the sound? Okay. Let's see. All right. We're going to go back and answer some of these questions. So, do I believe Cody's tears were real? For him in the moment, they were, because we are literally trained in shame and guilt, and he felt guilt and he felt shame about his family breaking up. But how you know if those tears are real is based on behavior. Is he willing to change that behavior, or is he just crying to cry because he looks good on TV? Let's see. Hey, we've got somebody from Pennsylvania here. I don't like lives and I never comment, but there's something special about you guys that I got in immediately. Thank you. We appreciate that. We're so new at this.
We like you guys asking the questions. We really do. So it's like having friends over so we can sit and joke around or talk seriously about some of the religious dogmas that we grew up with. So well,
and in the 24 years that we've been married, we have never had both of our mothers stay with us at the same time. And they are both going to be here all weekend long till Sunday. And so
a lot of questions.
Yeah. Cory and I are debating on how we want to do that. If we want to do like a pod cell where we ask them some questions and ask them some of the questions that you guys might have, because they've both been in polygamy. I mean, if you add their total together, 110 years. My mom's 51 years and Cory's mom's 55 years as a polygamous wife. And so, of course, then my mom's married to the prophet. So there's that aspect of it too. And so we kind of were thinking that because we have them both here, we might try some questions, some Q&As. We probably won't go live because that might be a little bit uncomfortable for them, but we could possibly go live where they sit behind the camera and then ask the questions.
And I'm here basically to give the insight of, Melanie said that her mom's married to her dad or the prophet. She's not legally married. She's sealed to him.
Oh yeah.
And so
she's sealed.
So she is one of his polygamous wives, but not married.
Right. So somebody, oh good.
No.
I cut you right off. Sorry, babe.
I was bringing in the legal parts of it. Polygamous Legal 101.
Okay, well, here's the question for you then. I would be curious to know your stance on legalizing polygamy.
I'm okay with it for a couple of reasons. First of all, if you're legally married, it gives the women and the children certain rights. I don't know how insurance companies would take that on. That's a huge family to insure, stuff like that. But it would allow those children to be. I was born a bastard because my kids.
Yeah, we're both bastard children because of that.
Legally married, so I'd be considered. I know things have changed, but you treat it a little bit different. So you've got the legal. You got the legal family that has all the pictures on the whatever work desk and everything, and us weirdos come in that are second, third, fourth wife, 9 wives, kids. So weird.
Both of our mothers were second wives. And then we're both the firstborn into polygamy from our families. I personally think that if they legalized it, it would take so much of the, when truths can be spoken, it can eliminate some of the abuse that happens. And that's why I would like to see it legalized, is to protect some of these women and children. And it takes away a level of abuse. Abuse and traumas thrive in darkness and secrecy. And when these families have to live in secrecy, that's where you're having a lot more of the abuse.
And I believe, so this is just my belief system, but I believe if they legalize polygamy would start to disappear, or at least be cut in half, because then all of a sudden they're legally liable in all of these marriages.
Yeah.
And so they think twice about taking on these young girls, I think.
It really would.
Yeah, I'm going to marry a 16-year-old. Well, you're not getting a legal license to do that. So I think, I think it would make it legal. See how the polygamists handle it.
Yeah,
is my belief. So.
Well, and honestly, too, I feel like if these men had to be legally accountable for the children that they create and for the marriages that they create, I think they might think twice before they go out and just willy-nilly create all these children.
And I bet they'd be treating their wives and their kids a lot better than they do to keep them in the marriage. So, well,
and we saw a lot of some previews coming up. And this is another reason I don't think Cody's tears are real with Mary, because if that was genuine and he really didn't want, or he really felt sad about the end of an era, he would want to make sure that those women are protected. And I don't think they're going to be. It's going to be a huge legal battle. Those women are going to have to fight every dollar that they have in court to try to get what it should be. He should willingly be giving them, hey, here's what you contributed to the family. Here's your portion.
When do you think that move happened? Probably a year ago, or was it 2 years ago?
I think it was last year that it happened. Because they're all still on title right now, and I'll bet they're in the legal process of it now.
And I guarantee, he said it for TV, she's the favorite ex-wife, but I guarantee she's not now.
Mm-mm. So, no. So somebody says, hello.
He has no favorites.
No. Hello from Kansas. Thank you for taking time out for this live during the busy time of year. We love it. Yeah. We have really been wanting to do a lot more lives, but the last weekend has been so busy for us to be able to take time off our regular jobs for this weekend too. We love you guys and your take. You have a huge, big fan base. Thank you. You guys are so nice. We've gotten so many, there's for every one, I wouldn't even say that they're negative comments. They're just people commenting. For every one of those, we have 15, 20, so many people and so much support.
Yeah, we love you guys.
I think it would personally put more stuff above board and create less room for abhorrent behavior. It would or could also lessen the abuse. I absolutely agree. I 100% agree.
And I guarantee if they made it legal, there would be a lot of men that would go, no, I don't want to live polygamy. I'm good being a monogamist.
I don't want to be accountable for my own actions. Exactly. I think I'll just marry one woman.
They've been able to get away with it because it's behind the scenes and bring it out in the open, bring a big sunshine light on it and watch them disappear. So. Yeah.
Somebody says, I appreciate how Mary called out how weird it was multiple times. She didn't let him just skate by with it. And that's really what it is that nobody calls out this kind of behavior. So it just continues. It's insane. Somebody says 8 likes, 41 in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button. Oh, thank you guys. Yes, we appreciate that. D, it sounds okay to me. Okay. Yeah. Let me know if the volume's off, because we did have it set up in the studio and we kind of ran it back into our office.
Yeah, brought it all back.
Yeah, Sarah Fraser shouted you out and I got excited for you all. Yeah, thank you. She's shouted me out a couple of different times. She actually did an interview with Mary last year and we listened to it. And somebody asked me if I was thinking about having Mary on our show. I don't know, because really our channel is not really about sister wives. We are talking about it right now because that is what the public knows. But really ours is more about our story and about where we came from and how do we help other people escape from this kind of stuff. Let's see. You two should do a live with John. Oh, shoot, I jumped. Dang it. Let me go back to here. Sorry. Trying to keep up with the comments too. You two should do a live with John. Somebody. Oh my gosh, I'm way far behind. And Nikki Haverstock. You guys remind me so much of them. You guys could make great friends. So Nikki is actually who I was just out there making my podcasts, posting them, starting my TikTok. And Nikki is actually the one who found one of my videos and reposted it for me. And that's how people started seeing me.
Mm-hmm.
I only had less than 3,000 followers on TikTok. I only had, maybe 1,000 followers on YouTube or less. And Nikki actually, her repost. So I very much appreciate Nikki. She's amazing and gave me a nice big shout out. Let's see, righteous tears, self-righteous tears. But yeah.
Keep throwing in that self.
Oh my gosh. Well, those two are the most self-righteous people. We all know Kotex is not a nice person, more like a naughty rat.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Lee low-key got the biggest dig, and I'm here for it. She really did. I was so proud of her last night. He abandoned his first wife and wasted time for years. He really did.
Yeah. If they made polygamy legal, then there would have been no excuse for Mary and Cody to have to go get a legal divorce so that Robin could get her legal marriage and blah, 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 blah. So,
which they still didn't have to do. They didn't have to get legally married. I'm still going to stick with my original opinion that was a long game on her part to basically control the family. And he started whining to your dad, you better not give Christine a release. I did nothing wrong. What a liar. I know. And it's all over national television. Everyone can see it.
I didn't abandon anybody. They left. And I'm such a good guy. Packed up, helped them.
Yeah.
So,
somebody says.
He's a saint.
Yeah.
He fits right in with a lot of the good, righteous men of the AUB. So
right.
He's following right along. Perfect guy. So
yeah. And somebody says, I'm so glad I'm catching a live. I know we're so glad that we can get as many. We're trying to keep some of our office stuff out of the frame, but I hate that this window's right here.
Because I'm a pig over here.
It's not even that. It's just stuff that we really don't want to put out on TV, on like national views. Somebody says, I felt somehow like Sarah, but that only shows how much people on the outside don't understand what you have to live with. And it's so true because honestly, and this is psychologically, this is not just to polygamists, but anyone raised in religious extremities are really raised in shame and guilt. And if you don't feel that shame and guilt, then you're a psychopath. And so they convince themselves that they feel this way, but truthfully, it's behavior changing that shows if they're genuine or not. And based on what we're going to see next week, he's not genuine because he's not going to just be an honorable man and hand these women what is rightful theirs. He's mad at Christine for taking her house and taking the equity. She forced his hand into giving her a fair share of what she deserved, bringing into that marriage. And he would, if she hadn't have done that, she would have walked away with absolutely nothing, not even a penny to her name.
Yeah, after this lawsuit, I think Christine will probably earn that favorite ex-wife badge back.
Yeah, she might. Yeah, after Janelle and Mary take him to the cleaners, I hope. Somebody from Ireland.
Hello,
I love
Ireland.
that. Yeah, we're trying to like find a good time where we can do some lives in the morning, afternoon, because we are getting so many people from around the world, and we want to make it so that everyone can join. Real tears. I think Cody is playing Mary, so she stays sweet and obeys him and doesn't bug him about money or land. He only sheds tears for the wife that can be manipulated. Yes. Amen. Absolutely. Somebody says, caught you live. Robin's mascara actually ran.
She actually shed tears too, because she did shed tear for probably the only wife that she was manipulating and felt like she could manipulate. And
our first thought was, does she have a bottle of Visine in her car? So let's see. Hey, you guys. I brought
some tissues so I could walk through this episode.
James
Cry
says,
with them.
Yeah, I know. James says he'd be happy to collab with your channel. Oh my gosh, my mom would die. My mom is such a huge fan of his. Not real tears, not genuine emotion. Yeah, James, if you ever see this or watch, email us. We would love to get together. Not real tears, not genuine emotional tears. Yeah. Sweden. Oh my gosh, we have a Sweden here. I love that. I love all your content. You and Jenny, Senior Perspective, are definitely on the top of my list of content creators. Oh, nice. Thank you. Robin had 19 seasons to get some actual tears to fall.
She's been working hard.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The mini chef love James and Jenny. They're all great. Just like Melanie Cory. Oh, thank you guys. Same here, same country, and same opinion. Yeah. Do you think Robin switched from waterproof to regular mascara so that the tears would appear more real? That's funny. Cory, you remind me so much of my father-in-law, very calm, laid back, and funny. You guys are so cute together. I'm so happy you got out and found each other.
Thanks.
Thank you. It's what's really interesting is being born and raised in this cult, which we both were, and did not know each other while we were a part of the cult. It wasn't until we left that we actually got to know each other.
Some of us left and some of us were kicked out. So, yeah. So it depends on how you left.
I left of my own accord. Cory was like,
skidded out on my butt. So
you can't leave. You're fired.
Yeah.
I love that Mary admitted she won't share her emotions with Robin because she doesn't trust her. Oh my gosh. I love that Mary's speaking a truth now, because I feel like for 19 seasons, you didn't get an honest view of what polygamy is because these women were too afraid to tell the truth. I feel like you get snippets from the children, especially like I just saw a clip about Maddie her and Robin going after each other over Robin yelling at her saying, you can choose your religion when you're an adult. And which I highly, highly disagree with. That is parenting fail 101. But I love you. So you saw these little acting outs from the children. Now, my parents did a ton of interviews with people from all over the world when I was younger. We had a journalist from Germany come in and do a whole thing on our family. And we had my parents just did all of these types of interviews. And we were very much threatened, I would say, almost to be on our best behavior during these interviews. And at one of the interviews, we were actually they were filming our family while we were like all pretending to get along and love each other. And two of the young boys went after each other and they started fighting. And oh my gosh, I thought my dad was going to kill them on that day. And they got stuck in the car and they were not allowed to be a part of anything because we only wanted to show what the good side of polygamy actually is and the good side of these families actually are. And so it wasn't real. And now I feel like you're starting to see these women have a level of freedom that they can say what's true for them. And they don't have to keep sweet. They don't have to play nice. They don't have to say, oh, I love my sister wife. So now what the children are saying, the children are starting to become more validated in the things that they have said throughout the 19 seasons, as they were acting out there. That was a really long ramble. Sorry.
No, you're
good. Seriously, what are the actual chances of Sonny and Cher breaking up really affecting a child named Cody? I know. Seems like Robin and Cody think that family money belongs to them alone. Now the other wives left. Is that common belief in the AUB? It is. It's 100%. I mean, this is one of the things my mom always watches.
They have left the group, the family. They leave with, and most women that leave the AUB leave with, if they're leaving a family, they leave with nothing. So
yeah,
it's
family money. If you're not in that family, you're not entitled to the money.
Yeah.
And so it's family money. And that's what so many of these women don't understand. And they do understand it. They just thought that they would be better taken care of because they were marrying honorable men, which is that in itself is a load of crap. I'm hoping that we're going to start seeing some laws in Utah change. I'm hoping more women will stand up. That's one of the causes that I'm right here for, is supporting any woman who wants to come forward and take her life in her own hands and work towards getting what's fair for her after she's left a marriage. I got married at a week into 17. I didn't graduate high school. I had a baby my senior year of high school. My ex-husband wasn't even a journeyman electrician. He was an apprentice. And during our marriage, he became a journeyman, and then he became a master, and then he became a general contractor. And he didn't think I deserved anything from that marriage. I didn't graduate high school until after we got divorced. I went back and graduated high school. So it's insane to me that these men genuinely don't feel like these women deserve anything. Let's see. A lot of people who've been hurt by polygamy are against it being legalized, but I think it would actually make it safer. And I agree with you.
Yeah, and you don't have to. I don't know. This one says, "Do you believe that legal marriages are marriages? Legal marriages are fairly new in the grand scheme of things."
I don't think the government should be in marriages. Period.
Well, if you're not going to do a marriage, I mean, maybe do a prenup for every polygamist thing, so that an agreement, a payout plan while you're in love.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Let's see. Robin probably filmed 16 versions of herself crying in the car so she could pick the prettiest one. That's so sad. So sad, because you're probably more right than.
Did she hit one?
Oh my gosh, Cory.
Okay.
Cory has a lot of not so nice feelings about Robin.
That was the prettiest one. Nice.
That's the one you chose, huh? Let's see.
Sorry, me being facetious, rude.
Let's see. Somebody says, passing normal. I am love. Let's see. I'm loving how we all cross in these lives. Melanie and Cory crack me up. Thanks. Melanie, Reality Squad, Sarah House. She's such a sweetheart. I've actually really appreciated her. Noted on our podcast that TLC UK includes much more content on sister wives. Yeah. Ooh. We've been seeing a lot more bonus scenes lately, though. What were you saying?
No, I want to see the UK version then.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Cody and Robin are so full of it. They both knew exactly how bad the OGs and the kids had it. They absolutely did. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's so many inconsistencies that you're seeing. Mary saying one thing, Robin saying another, Cody saying another. Yeah, I think there's so many inconsistencies. Sorry, we're trying to get some of these. Mary was over both Robin and Cody. Oh my gosh, sorry, Dave. I keep doing that.
Good with it. I've got a CK name. I answered all of them.
I love that for Mary. Mary felt really solid to me during this whole episode. She felt very sure of who she is, and she feels very confident in her own skin. And I love that for her. I really do. Let's see. I was proud of Mary for refusing to let Robin bring her down. I felt like that was the best revenge, isn't it? Go live your life. Be happy. That's the best revenge. Coming after somebody or trying to tear someone else down after they've done you wrong, that just pulls your energy down. Just move forward. Go live your life.
Like number 31 to Robin and Cory. Oh, I'm sorry, babe.
He just called me Robin again. Oh. You did call me Robin once on one of the lives. So, okay, did anybody notice? Here they're all having a fun time. They're just trying to keep it light and airy. And then the minute Robin walks around the corner, she sucked all the oxygen out of the air, and just like everyone go, oh shoot, what do we do? It's almost like the authoritative parent came in and they were all in trouble. Oh. And so I thought that was so interesting. And then she's like, I need to talk to you. And she shows up emotional. She shows up in tears. And Mary's like, you are not dragging my day down, girl. Get out of here. Fun. And then,
flirting with my ex-husband.
Woo-hoo. Well, and it's just ridiculous to me. Then she brings her a gift. I'm like, girl, she's already packing shit out of her house. The last thing she needs to do is pack more stuff. And you brought her stuff to pack. Like, what are you doing? And it's a junk journal. I really hope that junk journal goes right into the trash pile along with that bedroom set. If anyone hasn't seen that bedroom set video that I did, it went viral. And I have it here on YouTube. Go ahead.
It's just pictures of the family that Mary helped create. And look at our cute little family without you now. Sorry. Yeah. Don't you want to come back? Pictures of me in my diesel jeans.
That's what we said. We're like, is that journal full of pictures of Mary and Robin, or just even Robin? Mm-hmm. Like, don't forget this.
Diesel jeans.
Yeah. All the people talking about Nikki. She is amazing. She's been such a sweetheart. I really appreciate her. I really got annoyed when Ramen said, good luck. It shows that she thinks that she's above all of them. Yeah, she really is.
The only thing about the legal marriages is right now, if you're to ask for a legal marriage, I think if you have to be 16 with your parents' permission.
Well, I think every state varies in the United States. Like Utah, I think I think they were 14 for a long time and now they're 16.
Wow.
I don't know.
If you had to go down and apply for a marriage license to do it for each one. Yeah, when you're applying,
the county clerk's like, really, you're here again? Yeah. Here's the 12th time you're going to get married.
Get a stamp. So
yeah, should we just get you a frequent flyer book and then you just go in there and stamp it?
Get 2 marriages, the third one's free.
Oh, that's so funny.
Now you're on your way to your kingdom in heaven.
Yeah. Hi, Laurie. Laurie's been such a huge supporter to us. Just left the doctors listening in my car stereo. Thank you. Let's see. Michelle says, I know there were times from the show that I've watched on polygamy documentaries that the only way that a polygamist could adopt a kid is to get married, but things might have changed now. I think the laws are changing a lot more because you're starting to see a lot of, same-sex couple marriages. You're starting to see some transgender marriages. You're starting to see a lot of different types of marriages happen out there. And not all of them are legal right now in all 50 states, unfortunately. And
they are all now.
Are they now?
Yeah.
And so now that's where I think you're starting to see a lot more where people can just adopt adopt children as long as you have like some.
You can prove that you're can take care of them.
And we are by no means experts in that. This is something we're just guessing. I have no idea. What do you think about Robin grabbing the present and opening it herself? Mary, I think honestly, if she had not done that, Mary might have taken that present, walked right by the garbage can and just dropped it, not even looked at it. And Robin's like, oh no, you're going to watch this and we're going to get airtime. We're going to get some camera time. And you're going to see how much I love and adore you because I want you to have the best wishes ever. I'm so cynical about this. Sorry. This is one of my, too many times I've seen sister wives come at each other with the best of intentions, and it's so manipulative. And that's all this is levels of manipulation.
Tears are manipulative.
Yeah, it was so bad. I think that was one of the crappiest things.
They were both trying to hang on, seeing if there was still any emotion that they could, or anything that they could pull out of Mary. So.
Well, I think one of the things that's so sad about it is it's like, this is not about you, but somehow Cody and Robin find a way on every episode to make it all about them. Literally, Mary is packing up and leaving her life. And yes, she's probably not spent a lot of time in Flagstaff. Yes, but this was a moment that they were filming for the show. And Robin had to insert herself, suck out all the oxygen and the energy in the room. She was an energy vampire on every scene that she was in. And then had to make it all about her. And so she's going to force that decision regardless of what Mary wanted done. And she knew they were filming. I thought it was one of the shittiest things that a sister wife who loves another sister wife could do. And I see this happen quite often. And there's some really tragic situations. Like I'm not saying that this wasn't a tragic situation because Mary's leaving, but I've seen some, like when my brother died, there were some pretty crappy things that happened with some of my mom's sister wives, all in the name of, I'm just here to support you and love you. And that was not the intention at all. I know. Cory's like,
thank you, Domby.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah. We're still learning the gifts and stuff on YouTube. Thank you. We did set up the buy me a coffee thing, but we still don't know how to use it. We haven't had the time to sit down and figure it out. So we appreciate that. It says a message retracted, but I don't know what that means. Like maybe they posted it and then pulled it off. Yeah. But yeah, I hate to say it, but I think Mary enjoyed the inappropriate encounter with Cody. I was so frustrated with her in this episode. We had so much commentary going off. I made a video while I was watching the episode last night and I did upload it to YouTube. Oh my gosh, I had to re-record some of it because I was just going off. Of course, like you can't put that on TV or you can't put that on live.
So we're talking about inappropriate, I guess, behavior with, I don't know. 19 seasons. I saw a lot of inappropriate behavior based off of their dogma and their religion in season 1.
Uh-huh.
So,
off Cody and Robin.
Yeah. So why not? Oh, Robin, this is what inappropriate behavior feels and maybe looks like. So,
and I did say that in my video last night. You want to talk about inappropriate behavior? The way that Cody, season 1, the way that Cody and Robin were with, a lot of that was very inappropriate for
based off their
religious teachings.
So.
Yeah. And so what goes around comes around.
And who's been involved in both inappropriate behaviors? Probably King Curls. He's got the
Cory.
Inappropriate. So I think it was a good little jab back. So
yeah, I think it's going to light Robin up. So a lot of people are like, well, wait a second, they're joking, it's lighthearted, and then they do the talkbacks, the couch interviews, and the tone switched completely.
Well, that's because
Cody went home,
got talked to,
and told Robin what happened, and Robin blew a gasket over it. And
that wasn't as funny as you guys think it is.
No.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't funny.
And so then Cody had to sing a whole different tune on the couch interview. He could no longer say the thing, Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Just what we assume.
Based on what we have seen happen with other people.
Yeah.
One of the things my mom used to say all the time is my dad and her would come to some level of agreement on something. Okay, this is what we're going to do. And then he would go get his real opinion about it from the favorite wife. And then he would come back and he'd tell my mom, no, this is what we're going to do. And she's like, wait, that's not what we decided. We decided we were going to do this. But the real favorite wife hadn't given him his opinion yet. And so he made an agreement he couldn't keep.
Are you speaking blasphemy here? The prophet goes to the favorite wife to get inspiration, not God? Oh.
Just saying, if the shoe fits, you should wear it.
Or she's saying that God is a woman. That's awesome.
Oh, well, I'll go with that one.
That's for me.
Yeah. And so I think that's what happened is Cody was in the situation with Mary. They were trying to be lighthearted. Yes, it was inappropriate. Yes, for the religious teaching, it was inappropriate. There's nothing happened that was super inappropriate, but for the religious teachings, it was very inappropriate. And then he went home and he got his real opinion from Robin. And then he did the couch interview and it was a total different shift in energy about what happened because Robin shifted his energy and told him he was wrong. Somebody just says, do you think that it's legal? Do you think if it's legal that they could would legally marry all the wives? Didn't you say that the AUB is advising all the men to have no legal wives at all? They are.
For the very reason.
For this reason.
For this reason. So that's why it's like, I don't know. Hey, you guys can have what you want. Here's legal. No, we don't want to even marry one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to marry even one of them.
There's too much. We can't pass all of our stuff on to a church or to a corporation. So.
Well, and the AUB is, they're advising that you not marry any of your wives legally so that if a wayward wife is the new terminology for it, leaves, then none of your assets leave with her. Financial assets. I mean, I consider children to be an asset, but most of these men wouldn't. So if there was a woman that wanted to adopt the kid because the woman had to prove that she could provide to the state, but since they were Robin's kids, that doesn't pertain to them. That's probably true. Agree, it was Robin's plan from the beginning, in my opinion. I will never forget her saying, got that sucker done when Mary's divorce was final. Yeah, I will die on that hill that I think that this was a long game that Robin was playing. Somebody says, what?
Wasn't mad at Mary's behavior. She showed him what he left. That's why I was like, wow, this is great. There's some inappropriate behavior back, Robin. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And letting him know, you suck, dude. So.
Yeah. Oh my God. Shame and guilt brought me up. I'm a Mennonite. Yeah. And when you are raised in shame and guilt, they flat out describe it to you as a child. If you steal, you should feel all of this shame, all of this guilt. If you lie, you should feel all this shame, all this guilt. If you there's all these different levels of guilt and shame. Now, if you commit adultery, is that the same level of shame and guilt as if you stole a piece of gum? All the shame and guilt have different levels of shame and guilt.
Adultery is stealing gum, chewing somebody else's.
Oh my gosh. No. And so there's different. Oh my gosh, Cory. Now I lost my train of thought. But there's different levels of shame for different levels of sins. And so Cody. Now I'm going to call you Cody.
Yeah.
Cory the whole time. But Cody now needs to feel a certain level of shame or guilt for losing Mary or losing the relationship. And I did make a video a couple of days ago that he is sad. And so anger is a secondary emotion to sadness. And so he is sad. So he's reacting this way in this anger because of deep sadness. And maybe that's what's finally hitting him, is how sad he is about his behavior. But is he sorry? I mean, that's yet to be seen, because that's truly a behavior shift. That's not just look how guilty I feel. I feel so guilty because I lost this relationship, but yet I'm going to go lose the next one. And I'm going to go lose the next one. And I'm going to, that's not a genuine apology. That's knowing just how much shame and guilt you're supposed to feel because you lost a marriage. They're two totally different things. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Well,
Cory's over here humming at me.
Well, no, just Robin's virginity speech that she gave to the kids about, was it that one, or
purity speech?
Purity speech, yeah, about another man chewing on the bubble gum.
Oh gosh, here we go.
So Cody's just sad that another man's going to be chewing on his bubble gum. So,
Cory.
Well, that's what you guys were talking about.
Our analogies.
Class. Yeah.
Okay, on to the next question. I mean, still now it's hard for like lesbians to adopt, because there are things that where it has to be a man and a woman. Yeah, I'm sure that there are some states, and unfortunately, when you allow the state or the government to get into marriages, which I don't believe that they should be, then now you have to pay the government to get married. Now you have to pay the government to get unmarried. Now you have to pay there's just different ways that I feel like it's just, and that's a whole different topic that we don't have time to get into. But what's fair for one couple should be fair for the next couple. Yeah. Should be fair for the next. If you have a legal right or a legal benefit to marriage, every couple that get married, in my personal opinion, every couple that gets married should have that same legal right and should have that same legal benefit, regardless of your gender, regardless of your religious beliefs, regardless of anything like that. The government, when they step into an institution like this, everyone should have the same benefits and privileges, regardless of who you are or what you think.
Yeah, you can't give somebody a tax break for getting married and
then not give it to the next guy,
to somebody else because
they're in a same-sex marriage. Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
That's ridiculous.
Why should I get a tax benefit because we're in a male-female relationship, but then someone else doesn't?
Especially when they love. You got these polygamists. Sorry, you got Cody and those guys, and he's never even loved, by his own words, them as deeply as he loves Robin. So if somebody else finds their soulmate, marries them, doesn't matter. And I'm sorry, there are some environments.
Don't get us banned.
Yeah, there are some environments.
We're just getting started, babe.
That are way better to raise kids in.
Yeah.
So
we've had a lot of discussions about this.
Yeah, healthier environments to raise kids in
than polygamy.
Or
even just a man-woman relationship. I have so many friends who are same-sex couples, and their children
truly love each other.
They truly love each other, and their children are thriving.
Yeah, thrive. So,
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. I wasn't mad at Mary's behavior. She showed him what he left. Mm-hmm. Good for her. She really should. The best revenge is go be happy. Let them see how happy you are. Your videos are awesome. Thank you for sharing with us. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I know shame and guilt. I'm Catholic. And it's true. How many of our sorrows and like supposed sorries are based on shame and guilt? They're not based on a behavior wanting to be better. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to treat these women like this. But yet he went through 3 divorces. That's not changed behavior. That's knowing how much guilt to feel to prove you're a good person.
To prove that you didn't abandon these women.
Yeah. Hey, from Sweden. Thank you, guys. We
awesome.
Appreciate, like, we're so humbled all the time when we talk about our the people who have reached out to us. We really are very humbled. Thank you. It looks like Janelle moved out of state without telling Cody next episode. How would that make a polygamous man react? I think you're going to see a ton of anger coming from Cody because these women are making decisions without his stamp of approval. And I think you're going to start seeing a lot of anger from Cody about this. I think we've seen anger from Cody before. Now we're going to see a whole level of toxicity that we have not seen yet. I've seen it because I've experienced it firsthand when I divorced my husband. I'm watching my dad do it to my mom right now. And so I have personally seen this, but I don't publicly, it has not been displayed just how much these men will lose their ever-loving minds when they lose control over these families. It's going to get bad. Sydney, Australia. Oh my gosh. I have some friends there's a former polygamist from the AUB who lives in Sydney, Australia. She packed up her kids and got out. Robin looked as Alaska, is that what you said? Oh, nice. Robin, it looked self-recorded with a filter. Yeah, I think it was too. Yes. What?
Oh yeah, they do have those tear filters now. Nice.
There is a filter that you can put over your face and makes you look like you're crying.
That's awesome.
Yes, for those camera moments, she can't help Mary move, but that wouldn't include the real work. Okay, this is where I almost lost my mind because she's like, every cell in I couldn't help Mary move. Every cell in my body said I wouldn't be able to do it. Are you kidding me? What have you ever done to help this family? Roll up your sleeves and get to work. When you are in a polygamous family, okay, pull me back if I get too expressive here. But when you work in a polygamous family, it's a lot of work. There is a lot of things to do. And you're not willing to roll up your sleeves and actually work to help this family or to help any member of this family. What are you doing? Why are you even here? That made me disgusted when I read that. Take off your flip-floppity little shoes that you showed up in and go over there and actually do something tangible for this family.
But I don't think Mary would have let her.
Oh my God.
I don't think Mary, she'd already went through all the sister wives' closet. There's a little pun. All their closets. And
cleaned them all out.
So no, I'd probably not let her help pack either. I mean, she probably could go out there and move stuff out, but
yeah, but she can pack boxes. Why isn't she out there packing boxes and helping that way? I literally almost lost my mind.
Because she didn't abandon Mary. She didn't abandon Mary. Cody had to prove that was her seventh. I
just think that's so sad that, and then she makes a comment about it. Like, it's supposed to make her look better. It's supposed to make her, every cell in my being says I can't help her move. I don't think I can do it. You have lost your damn mind.
I got to use that line more often.
What?
Because we helped move our daughter out, and I could have used that line. Every cell in my body says I can't help you move.
You're just gonna have to stay
move
here
it all
with us.
yourself. That would have been a good one.
I was like, no, sweetie, let us help you move so we can have your bedroom as a studio. We have somebody from Bogota, Colombia on here. Thank you. Robin is still trying to be the center of attention, bringing Mary ugly gifts. She seemed irritated. You almost choked on your coffee. Yeah. She seemed irritated that Mary didn't open her gift. She should have brought her a bag of money if she really cared. Thank you. Or a couple extra hands to help her move. Like, you just brought her something else to pack and move away. I really hope that Mary just took that entire bag and just threw it in a garbage can.
Somebody said Mary's writing a book and she probably should write it on those pages. So that would be funny.
That would be very funny. But Cody said on camera that if they left, they would get their fair share. All lies. That's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Well, it depends on what his definition of fair share It's all in definition.
Okay. That's right there. That's
Fair
exactly
share.
what it is. It's what they determine is your fair share.
Her fair share is a bedroom set and a plaque to put on the wall.
Yeah.
So that was a good fair share.
My mom's been married to my dad 50 years and wants to leave. And her compensation for 50 years is less than 1 year's worth of wages.
Well,
for a minimum wage person.
And 11 children. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. Robin possibly could have used eye drops prior to her recording in her vehicle. That's what I said. She had a bottle of Visine in her car. Those did not look like real tears. The way they puddled, they didn't look real to me. But I have no hope. I have no confidence in that. I'm so sorry. Do you think that Mary has any guilt for the way she and Cody went about bringing Robin into the family? I don't know that she has guilt as much as maybe she has hindsight's always 20/20, and maybe she
guilt, regret, maybe. Regret's probably a better word,
but then at the same time, one of the things that that Aspen said last night was, and this is so true, I totally agree with this, because when you grow up in this, and Cody has even said this on the show, when you grow up in this and you don't know you're in an unhappy marriage, you have no idea, because your uncle or your mother or your brother or whatever, they're all in the same kind of misery that you are. So you think that you're in something that's, good. Oh my gosh, my relationship's so good because at least it's not that bad as you're comparing to someone else. And yet now Aspen said, we didn't know how sad mom really was until now we see her happy.
So she's in a happy relationship. Yeah. That's awesome.
I had no idea what true love was. I believed that I was in an eternal marriage for all of time and all eternity. And I felt like a prisoner, more stuck than anything. I had no idea what true happiness was until I married my third husband.
That's right.
Cory and I, some people on this live might not know, we actually got married and then we got divorced for 2 years. And then we found our way back to each other and got married. So he laughs that he's my third husband and I'm his second wife.
That's right.
Yeah. It's a kind of an inside joke. We joke about it now. We've been remarried now for 8 years. 6 years. 6 years we've been remarried now. Melanie, was your first marriage a legal one? It was not. Nope. I was only spiritually married in the polygamist group. I got married 8 days after I turned 17 and he was 25. And we did not legally get married. None of my kids had birth certificate. They didn't even have a birth certificate until they were 6, 7. So they were a lot older when I finally went and got them birth certificates. So no, they were not. I did legally get divorced so that I could establish custody of my children. And so I did file for a legal divorce. And in the state of Utah, we have what's called common law marriage. If you've been married for an X amount of time, you share children, you share home, people, your friends and family all recognize you as a married couple, then you're common law married, which is what we were. And so I was able to file for a legal divorce to establish custody. And I actually gained full legal physical custody of my children, all 3 of them. Is it abnormal for a woman to be in charge of the family finances? It seems like Janelle should have been in charge given her background. It's extremely abnormal. That is not common at all. Mm-hmm. I think that she is the bookkeeper. That's it. She is not in charge of where that money goes. She's not in charge of where that money's. Now, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
But he's the one who has the final say all the time. The man is the one who has. There are women who might dip their hand into something as they're helping out, but that's about it. And that man is the one in charge. What were we going to say?
I'm thinking about my parents growing up. I think
most of them never all have a familial joint account. I think it's different with the Browns because they were paid one lump sum from TLC. And so that's why they have a familial account. That's not normal in my experience. Most of them, each wife has her own account and maybe the husband's on that account, but he will divvy money. Like my dad always wrote my mom a check. She never had access to his accounts. She never had access. She never knew how much money he had. She never knew anything like that. He would just write her a check.
And ours was different because one of the wives was an accountant, I think. So.
Yeah, but Janelle kind of was too to some degree.
Yeah.
But
my dad.
I guarantee he's throwing the blame on her from here forward.
After Dad passed away, Dad had one of his own accounts, but
yeah, it's not normal
working. But most of the money that came in went into one account. So
yeah, No, it's not
normal. I don't know. I'll ask my mom.
Yeah. So those are some of the questions we'll ask our moms while they're here this weekend. Let's see. The men don't want the wives to have equal rights. Otherwise, they wouldn't be the king. That's very true. Very, very. I didn't think I was going to catch this live, but here I am. Yay. Thank you. Yeah. We have 300 people on this live. That's amazing. I get the bonus scene on cable. Yeah. I think we do too. We just, honestly, watching this show can be a little tedious for us sometimes. And so we don't always watch all of that again. I love that for Mary, but I wouldn't have hugged him. She still holds on a tiny bit of hope. And you know what? I think so too. Like he tried to, here's another reason I don't think that scene was genuine. He bursts into tears, makes it all about him and why he's so sad. And Mary trying to hug him better. And she holds on. He tries to let go of her 2 or 3 times. Like, okay, I got my scene out there. And she's actually trying to comfort him to some degree. And this is what I saw. And maybe even just a little bit of holding on for her own, gosh, this feels good to hug you again type thing. And he's over here like, okay, let go of me. I didn't mean it that much.
I really don't mean it.
Yeah, now I really don't. Do we all think that Mary took that book and burned it? God, I hope so. I really hope so. What a shitty thing for Robin to do to her. I'm sorry. Do Robin and
keep saying shitty when it was righteous? That's what is it? The queen and what is it?
Priest and the priestesses.
The priestesses of the kingdom do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Do Robin and Mary still speak to each other now? I have no idea. I would be extremely surprised if they did.
Yeah, I think again, I don't know, but just some of the clippets. I think Mary's show next week that Mary's talking more to Janelle again. I think they're going to have more of a communication again to get what they need.
Here's the thing
out of this.
Janelle and Mary have always had a long time, like there's separation that goes on between Janelle and Mary. And we've seen it. They've talked about it. They've talked about how there's a level of separation between the two of them. And what Janelle did by going to Mary and saying, protect yourself with this property, was more kind and more genuinely looking after Mary's interest than anything I've seen Robin do. Anything. And so I'm hoping that Mary recognizes that now. I believe that Mary's gone out of the cult long enough that she is now healing things and she'll start to see things a little bit differently. So I'm really hoping that Mary sees that Janelle genuinely wanted what was best for her. And that one act of kindness is more than anything I've seen Robin do for Mary at all, because that wasn't serving Janelle. Janelle's on the same piece of property that Mary is. So it's not serving Janelle. There's no hidden agenda for that. That's literally just Janelle looking out after Mary's best interest. Let's see. It frustrates me that Mary is still looking for breadcrumbs from the codester. That's funny. Yeah, I agree. Robin pulling up was so ominous. I heard the music from Jaws in my mind and seeing that. That's awesome. Thanks, Amy.
Yeah, somebody did a clip of that. I died laughing. Mel showed me it last night. It was so good.
An ugly gift. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody did like a whole TikTok on that. Oh my God, the music, Beelzebub. It was hilarious. We were crying. An ugly gift and no money in between the pages. So Cory is he hides money in all of our books. And so my daughter says, I get your book collection when you guys pass.
I don't hide it. I flatten it out so they stay good.
Yeah.
Some people press leaves. I press.
Yeah. Cory presses dollars, $100, whatever he can. Right? What an insult. Give her some of that pricey art as a parting gift. Yeah. A junk journal? What the heck? The junk journal sells on Etsy for $132? No way.
That is sweet.
Oh my gosh. That lady, whoever's selling that is a genius. If they actually can sell that for I was just about to say, who are the people she dupes into buying that? But clearly we saw that last night. Oh my gosh.
We haven't seen it. It could be really cute. They don't have pictures of Robin and Cody.
No, they zoomed in on it. Somebody put like a zoomed in picture of it. It's total crap.
Hey, now somebody's Buying it for $132.
Yeah, she brings her a junk journal so that she can write down her dreams and wishes. No, Robin, Mary has cut the chains and is a way to live her dream. Maybe one of her dreams she can write in there is that she'll get her fair share of all the assets that she put into this family. Robin, bye, Mary. Here's your junk. Yeah. Yep. Yes, it's different in all states. 15 with permission from a judge in Utah. Okay, yeah, I knew Utah's was a lot younger. I didn't have to get permission because I was a week into 17. I was literally 8 days into 17 when I got married. You know what I would pay to see Robin's junk journal? Yeah. Oh, hi, Renelle. I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Renelle. She says, "Hi guys, my first live I finally caught." This woman, I really appreciate your content, and I really appreciate your channel, and I really appreciate how supportive you are of us. Thank you so much. We have Ireland on. Thank you guys. Oh my gosh. What would have been a great present is Robin bringing the kids to say goodbye. It's what she literally asked for. Yeah. Yeah, it's horrible. That scene just broke my heart. Mary should have said a better gift would have been for you to actually help me move a few boxes instead of this $132 ugly notebook. Yeah, like I literally cannot believe. Well, and then the fact that Robin explained it. If Robin hadn't have explained it and said every cell of my body wouldn't have allowed me to help her move, she could have just left it. And people would have thought maybe she had kids in school, maybe she had other things, other obligations. But for the fact that Robin had to explain why she wasn't helping, that's what made her look so foolish. She's a downer. I could not be around someone like that.
Yeah.
No. The
sucks
energy.
The oxygen right out of the whole world.
Oh my gosh.
I just saw the thing end up where we live. I was like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
Soul succubus.
Energy vampirism at its finest. Robin did not like all that Christine called her out as being manipulative. Power move for Christine. I love that.
Genius.
I love that it says that about Christine says Robin is manipulated Mary's, and then the very next scene, Robin's manipulated Mary in her relationship. The very next scene, Christine doesn't know anything about my relationship.
This is why Cody got mad at her and said that she needs to be nicer to me, and she's still not being nice to me.
Okay, this is such a great question. Do you think that in the next few weeks, Cody will ask Robin to accept him as a monogamist, and they will end up in a recommitment ceremony?
Yep.
I hope not. I'm not watching that episode. I'm sorry. I will not watch that. Oh, and then Cory will talk me into it, and then we'll watch it, but I'm going to have like a bottle of wine to watch that one. Didn't Robin write in her journal that she wanted to be famous and on Oprah? Her wishes came true. Maybe Mary can write in her journal that she's made whole financially. Yeah, I hope so. Maybe she can say, "Can I have a portion of that mansion?" I'm sure Robin remembered where Mary lived. I'll bet she drove around Cody Pass. I'll bet surprised Robin can remember where Mary lived. I'll bet she drove around Coyote Pass for ages.
No, she's got the tracker on Cody's phone. She knew where Cody was.
Yeah. Let's see. You can add things on your screen like Cash App, Venmo, etc. to appear on the screen. Okay. Yeah. We're going to start doing more lives on YouTube. We were doing them on TikTok because that was the platform where we kind of blew up overnight and a lot of followers started following us on that app. And so that's where we have done a bulk of our lives, but really this is where we want to start moving more of our lives to. And then
easier for us. We can read stuff. It's
so
nice.
Just the whole platform itself is so much easier for us boomer people who are tech challenged. And so we'll start doing them here a lot more. We just didn't have a lot of followers here. We're starting to get more. That's another thing that we can chat about really quick is we do have a pretty lofty goal of hitting 10,000 followers by the end of the year. We are not even at halfway mark yet. So if you guys do like our content and you want to help us out, we really appreciate it if you share our stuff and encourage people to like and subscribe to us. Let's see. How well did Mary hold her own when Robin and Cody tried to drag her into the crying and she stood her ground? I was so proud of her. And I know there's a lot of creators out there who want to rag on Mary for her worthy up. But that right there was proof that this woman has done some healing, that she's done some internal healing. What are you laughing at? Oh, no, we're going to get to it. Mm-hmm. I like the idea of no legal marriage and polygamy and having a prenup. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Robin is definitely a vampire, sucks the joy out of everything that is joyous.
Mhm.
I would agree with that too. I'm late. Have we talked about Robin opening Mary's gift? Junk indeed. Yes, we did talk about that. And this will actually repost to our page. So feel free to share it like it's, I think in Cody's sadness is the secondary emotion to anger of his bruised ego. Mm-hmm. Well, sadness is a primary emotion. Anger is a secondary emotion. And so that's why those are a little bit flipped back. And that's in psychology. If you go and study anything psychology, they'll tell you we have some primary emotions. And so, Robin knew she had to manipulate her way to being the favorite wife, but didn't think anyone would leave because of it. Do you think she's going to leave him too because he's not diverting his abuse to others? Okay, so we had that conversation this morning. And I just said, she's had so many other options to manipulate Cody. Now she doesn't, because those options have left. Mary's left, Janelle's left, Christine's left. How does she entertain herself now?
The kids have left, and he's not. If she's going to manipulate, she's not going to manipulate. Well, she might, but hopefully she doesn't manipulate her own kids. If anything, I think she'll probably.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Yeah. I don't know if there's going to be a seat. I'd like to fast forward to season 24 and to see if he's what do they call it when Bachelor?
When he's the next Bachelor. Oh my gosh.
He goes on Bachelor.
That's how he'll carry on his reality TV.
So,
he'll be the senior Bachelor. Don't they have it's called the Golden Bachelor or something like that? Oh my gosh, that's funny. The mother of Baggins, thank you. 265 people in here and less than 80 likes. Give that like button some love. Thank you. We appreciate that. Cody is mad someone else is enjoying his ex cookie. Oh my gosh.
That's the one I was laughing at.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's funny.
That's awesome.
I heard the adoption was because their birth father wouldn't allow filming of Dayton, Aurora, and Brianna. When Cody adopted them, he allowed the filming to go ahead. Okay, so that could be. I don't know any of that, but that could be probably. And we all appreciate.
Hindsight 2020. The birth dad might have been right.
Yeah, the birth dad might have been right. And we all appreciate you sharing your experiences and perspective in an honest way is so welcoming. Thank you. We appreciate that. We literally don't filter anything. And when we get on here, we don't pre-plan anything. We are when we're going to do our sit down podcast stuff. But when we get on these, we don't. He does not tell me, Mel, I want to say this, or I don't tell him, hey babe, I want to say this. We just get on here and just roll with it. So we appreciate that.
We like the questions and the comments because it helps bring the humor out. So.
Let's see. My nose looks a little red. I've had a little bit of a sniffle. And so, yeah. Let's see. Cody is losing his shit while Janelle moves to North Carolina. Oh my gosh. I'll bet that just irked him so bad that he had no say in that. We're going to wrap up soon because we do have another live coming up in 45 minutes on that other app. So we're going to wrap this one up and we'll move over to the other app here in a minute. Robin doesn't use Facetune to look younger for just for the tears. Yeah, that's funny. Hi from Alaska. Love your perspective on sister wives. Thank you. She couldn't help Mary move because she couldn't even move herself. We all saw that shit show when she was moving on her own house. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you saying that she used a crying filter for tears?
I didn't know if there were
wasn't there a creator who just did that? Robin gave her that journal on camera to see how the public would react to her latest idea for my only wife's closet. I love that. Oh my gosh.
That is awesome.
Thank you, Mother of Baggins. Oh my gosh, that's so hilarious. That's so true. That's what Cory said. He's like, well, she's already cleaned out all the other sister wives' closet. What's she going to do now?
That would be such a good one.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Robin doesn't understand service and helping of others. All she knows how to do is take. And that's so true. And that's what makes me sad for this situation is, there were some of us, I felt like all I wanted to do was make my husband's life better. All I wanted to do was make, my potential sister wife when we were dating her, I wanted to make her life happier. I've watched my mom do this with my parents all the time. My mom wants to make my dad's life better and her sister wives' lives better. And she's very genuine in that. And yet there's some who don't. All they want to do is what do they gain personally? Let's see. Found you through an interview with Sam and Melissa. Really enjoying your content. Your thoughts and insight on the idea of legalizing polygamy are so thought-provoking. Oh, thank you. We loved Sam and Melissa. Hopefully when they come to Salt Lake, we can get together with them. I got to use that one. Every cell in my body said I couldn't participate in that group project.
It's a genius.
Oh my gosh. On the latest episode, Mary was telling Saul and Ari she'll see them on the moving day and they can help and they were so excited. Of course, Robin must have vetoed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that sad? And so these are the little watching from Australia.
That's a little behind the scenes that you guys are picking up on. That's awesome.
I love that you guys are seeing a lot of that, because what she's saying and what she's doing is not in alignment. It's completely out of alignment. So she claims to feel one way, but her actions are completely contrary to what she's saying.
Oh, is that what would make you happy? Well, it's not going to happen. I got to protect my children from my heartache and my tears. And I got to show them that we're not wanting you to move. Yeah. But we are.
Let's see. I'm going to try to get through a couple more of these because we're going to log off here in about 3 minutes. This feels like a walk in the park compared to what I've gone through to be a licensed life insurance. I wonder how insurance works for polygamous communities if I dare get it. Yeah, it's really hard. Most women are out there working and they're providing the insurance for the children. Most men don't provide insurance. My dad never did. My mom always did. I'm late from Oregon. Oh, thank you for Oregon for being here. I'm going to try to, I know I'm.
Yeah, you're skipping all around.
Sorry. I know. Well, I feel like we got 3 more minutes and we've been slow. Okay. Her one daughter looks like a downer too. Unfortunately, that is like hereditary maybe. I had really bad RBF. And I always have. And I know that I do. And Cory will come in and he'll be like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. Why? What's wrong? And then,
I got the opposite. I'm always smirking about something.
And I'm always telling Cory, can you even see through your eyes when you laugh? Like, look, you can't even see his eyeballs when he laughs. And so, I'm like, how do you do that? Yeah. So we're polar opposites that way. And I'm not upset or angry. I have RBF. I want Cody to be so broke his dinner matches his hair. That's funny. I agree with you. If they had a reconnecting service I'm not watching, everyone should boycott it. That show would, show them our true feelings about the only way Cody will get it is if he sees it in the money. I agree with you. Melanie, I have Cory too for the last 30 years and it's been the biggest blessing. I have a Cory too it's been the biggest blessing. I love it. I know we do like being around each other. Robin could have made a meal and brought the kids. Robin's energy is so bad. She brought everyone down. Yeah. Somebody says, I think you can say TikTok over here. Yeah, I cannot say YouTube on TikTok or my video will get shadow banned or violated of some sort. So I don't really say, I try to be careful about that. You two are a joy to watch. Laughter is so healing. I agree. His mom was here last night. Oh my gosh, we were cracking up so hard. We were talking about Robin's dad and Cory's dad. And Cory's like, maybe I don't have to tell that story. Maybe while my mom's here, we could get my mom to tell that story. And she just went off. We were laughing so hard. Cory, I like to make my Cory giggle with my start for sure. That's funny. Yes, Cory has a perpetual fun face. He does. Can we get a members link? We haven't set up a membership thing here yet. We're still kind of learning the YouTube thing. I think we will, because we're going to start really transitioning from TikTok over here more. So we're going to work on that. We've been so busy in our day jobs. I don't know why the October and November tend to be a lot busier for us every year historically. And so, I hope you have another live soon. I feel like this one was short on time. It is because we have the TikTok live coming up in 45 minutes. But I think we're going to try to go live here again on Friday. We just have a house full of guests for the next 6 days.
Maybe see the truth.
Oh yeah, we're setting up our tree this weekend. We've already decorated everything for Christmas. We just don't set up the tree because it goes right where our massage chair is, and we really like that. And we don't want to. We're going to move it into our bedroom though, so that we can.
We need a good massage chair when we're watching Robin cry. Like, oh my gosh.
I think it would be fun if you had Cory. You and Cory did a live with John and Nikki. The two women seem to be a lot alike, and John and Cory remind me of each other. That's hilarious. Yeah, I would love them. What are you looking at? Resting Robin face saves a fortune on tissues.
Yeah, I bet she never buys it.
That's so
never
funny.
has to water her.
I have the biggest box of tissues on my desk right now because I've had such a bad sniffle for the last week. I watched a content creator who uses 2 phones and films her live for both platforms at the same time. For the first hour, she answers questions from one platform. Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, we'll look into that. Cory says that Cory's eyes say it all. And I have had RBF for 30 years. That's my right as Ricky Ricardo's wife. It's funny. Yeah, I don't do TikTok. Yeah, so many people don't. And I didn't either. My kids just talk. Our kids have been wanting us to talk and tell our story for a long time. Mm-hmm. And so they talked me into starting up a TikTok about it. And so that's why I had TikTok. I actually really never used it until recently. And so then I was doing everything on YouTube and then uploading my YouTube onto TikTok. And now it's kind of switched because we got such a huge following on TikTok. It's really not that huge. I think we're like at 34,000 right now. So it's not huge, but it's bigger than we are on YouTube. And so that's why we have to that's why our goal is to raise our, followers here on YouTube so that we can do more on YouTube and have a bigger reach. Not a fan of memberships on YouTube channels. We would do probably both, where we did I don't know. We're still learning.
We'll learn on it.
So happy you're moving to YouTube. Missed most of this live. Can't wait to rewatch it. Love to hear your perspective. You two are so entertaining together. Thank you. We crack each other up. We like each other. Are you now LDS or non-denominational or do your own thing? We do our own thing. We're pretty much non-denominational. We have a good
I'm my own PSR.
So. That's an acronym for Prophet, Seer, and Revelator, which is what Cory loves to call my dad.
Yeah, if I don't join one of their groups, then I can be my
own. Then he can be his own. Woohoo! All right, so Costco and Sam's Club had great deals on massage chairs. Yeah, we bought one a couple of years ago. We love it. And so we have it out in our main living room right now so that we can watch TV with it, but it's about to go in our bedroom we can put up our Christmas tree. Melanie and Cory, we love your take and God bless you for going live while you have family there. Oh, thank you. Both of our moms are gone right at the moment. Our house is empty right now. Yeah. So that's why we are trying to get both lives done while our moms are gone somewhere else.
My mom's staying with her favorite son right now.
Which is Cory, her favorite son. Well, okay, that might have shifted over the last few years, but
she's at the favorite son's house right
she
now.
Ran down to his brother's house for the evening. Days, yeah. Let's see. I love this channel. Thank you for educating us about the nuances of the AUB. Does the AUB have a PR team? So my dad for the last
I'm their PR team.
No. My dad was the PR team, I guess you would say, for the last 20 years before he became the prophet. And now I don't know who they have. Now that my dad's the leader, I don't know who they reference anymore. I probably could find that out, but that was my dad's job pretty much for the last 20, 25 years. So grateful you've joined YouTube. Happy to see you doing more on YouTube. Thank you. Keep up the lives. Love your content. Great channel. Thank you. Somebody says, I have like 30 followers on TikTok. You guys are doing great, but mine is all my dog. You guys are truly offering a valuable service. You will only grow from here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I just barely figured out how to even schedule the live on YouTube. But YouTube is my platform of preference for sure. It's just, I feel like it's just an easier platform all for us tech challenged people. And so, yeah, we're definitely, this is my favored platform. As one person said, you can do both lives at the same time. Your kids could figure it out for you.
Yeah. We are. We'll get our kids to figure this out.
And we are. And that's what we're hoping is to get our studio all set up so that it's just done. And then we can just go sit down and hit start. But with all our family coming in for the holidays. Yeah. How long has your dad been the prophet? He's been the prophet for 3 years now. I believe it's 3. It could be 2. It could be 2. I think it's 2 years, to be honest. As one,
Figure out when the last one passed.
Yeah.
Last prophecy failed.
Yeah. When the last prophet passed, then my dad became the next senior leader. Okay. So 3 things. Your voices are very slightly out of sync, but it's okay. I'm from Seattle. I'd love to see you do Mormon stories with John DeLay. I think that's the name. Love you guys. You lived it. Yeah. A lot of people have recommended Mormon stories, and I think you have to call and apply with him, but I don't know. I haven't looked into it. So yeah, I need to get us an assistant so that we can help do all this stuff. We have assistants in our day jobs, but we don't have one for this. So this one is, we're having to figure it all out ourselves. Okay. Oh, we went 5 minutes over. Crap. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate all the support. This is going to upload onto our channel. I think it just uploads and I don't edit it or anything like that. So feel free to please like and share. And again, if you can help us get to our goal of 10,000 before the end of the year, it's a really, really big goal, but I feel like we can do it. We just always forget to ask. So yeah. And so let's see. Yeah. Mary just did a Friday with friends on Instagram Live. Yeah. I actually went on that with her for a minute. So there's quite a few. Yeah, we watched some of it. There's quite a few big channels that have reached out and are wanting to do interviews with us, and we're going to be doing those here in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, watch for those, because we'll make an announcement after we're done with the interviews and stuff. But those are coming up here. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna log off here and then hop over to that other one and do another live over there. Thanks so much, everyone.
Yes, thank you guys.